right, good morning, soul family. I felt extremely called to come on and do a collective healing today, and I wanted to do it very early because I have a full day. I'm recording a couple of new videos. I have a couple of sessions. I am putting the finishing touches on the June content for Wild-Hearted Collective, where we're diving into moving from self-doubt into trust with mermaid guides. And so I'm putting the finishing touches on that today. But I did really want to come on and offer a meditation, offer a little bit of support as we navigate the current times and the tragedies and situations that are starting to kind of have this really, I guess, ripple, where many people are going to start awakening to the fact that there's a lot of systems that we keep looking to solve problems, to step up and change things, and it's not happening. And that's because it was very much designed to for the old world, for the patriarchal model. And we're very much moving towards a unified model where there is the patriarch and the matriarch leading in divine union with one another. And so I have called in Twin Flames Archangel Raphael and our beloved Mother Mary to support this healing today. And the cards that came through in support of this process is Love Endures. What a powerful message. So, and this is something that I'm very much trying to stay present with, and how we can stay in love, but not be the love and light. The way into love and light, the true path into this love and light and into this sacred union of the masculine and feminine, of the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, is very much by acknowledging the shadow, being present, not looking away from the dark, not looking away from the tragedy and bypassing it, but staying very present with it, staying present and in love, in that, holding that sacred vibration, really holding that frequency, and not stuffing our head in the sand, not ignoring it, not acting like it's just gonna go away, or, oh, this is part of the plan. Yesterday, I found myself in deep prayer and saying, I'll be very transparent, saying like, God, where are you? Because children are really suffering. Everybody is suffering at this point. And in response to God, where are you? I got, God is within you, and we are very much the change. We are very much here to make an impact, and we all have a role to play. And this is something I really want to touch into, and then I will get into the meditation. I actually meant to launch right into the meditation, but I think that this is an important message and it needs to be spoken. I shared last night that one of the things that is rising for me right now is, am I really making an impact doing the work that I'm doing? Right? Because we look at things that happened on Tuesday, and for me, I look and I'm saying, how is my role? How is reading cards? How is supporting other light workers? How is holding space really making the impact that I think is needed that I would like to make? And what Spirit really highlighted is that we all have a certain role, and we all have no idea the impact that our service, our mission, our purpose plays. So for me, and I'm going to encourage you to sit with your own mission and kind of do the inner work and trace the ripple, find the ripple here. But for me personally, what I was shown and what I'm very grateful to have seen, because it keeps my head and my heart in the game, is I support healers in getting their work out there. So say you are someone who supports children. Well, if I help you launch your business and you're out there healing children, then the long-term impact is that when we don't have wounded children walking around, we then don't have wounded adults walking around, and we are able to enter into the new earth experience with a little bit more ease. So you might not see the direct impact you have, but my love, we're all making an impact. We're all stepping forward and showing up in the way that we are called to. And it is having an impact, even if we can't see it. And even if at times it's hard to actually feel it, because that's what I was really experiencing yesterday, which was, I'm not feeling the impact. I'm not seeing how I'm really playing my part in doing and serving for the highest good of all, okay? And I know that I'm not alone in that space. I know that many healers are in that zone right now where we're really saying like, okay, you know, one of my friends, one of my soul family is a Reiki healer, and she said yesterday, you know, I can send Reiki energy there, but is it really making an impact? So it comes to like, yes, it is making an impact, and find the one you're making and anchor into it, okay? So this energy of love endures is not, you know, when we're hearing stay in good vibes, love and light, be very mindful that staying in good vibes doesn't mean you're ignoring, doesn't mean you're avoiding. Staying in those good vibes means showing up and being the good energy there, being the healing energy there, right? When we think about our guides, they don't just show up to the good shit in our life. They're there, they're present, they're holding us through our dark night of the soul, through the challenging times. They don't leave, they don't ignore us. It's not like, oh, you're not in good vibes, or like, oh, you're not in a positive mindset, we're bouncing. No, that's when they show up the strongest to hold us. So be an emissary of love and light on the planet by showing up in the dark times, to the tragedies, to the traumas, and holding the light steady, being that presence of love, okay? We serve no one by turning our back and acting like it's not happening. So find the way that that works for you. Yesterday, I had to unplug. I had to actually disconnect from the world so that I could process the emotions. And processing the emotions came through crafting. And at first I said, am I just ignoring? Am I avoiding? And it was like, no, this is kind of clearing away so I can come back to center, so I can show up today for you all and serve, okay? So there is no right way and there is no wrong way, there's your way. And I really want you to open your heart to finding your way, okay? And so there was that love endures message, and then we have consider your foundation. So for those of you who have stepped into your purpose, stepped into mission, where are the cracks in your foundation right now is what Spirit is suggesting we all look at. And this is such a beautiful time in retrograde season when things are slower, but events are happening that make us want to run forward. Where are the cracks in your foundation? So for me yesterday, the crack in my foundation was really like exploring the I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not serving enough wound. And maybe you resonate with that and you're like, yes, Karen, I'm with you on that. But perhaps the crack in your foundation is maybe something a little bit more 3D, a little bit more practical, and that's okay. So it's time to really fortify the foundation. So for me, it was doing that inner work. It was tracing the line of the impact I'm making. And maybe that's for you as well. I'm just speaking. I have no script. I have no notes today. So I'm just kind of speaking from my heart and hoping that you find what resonates for yours, okay? So just exploring that, and you don't need to go, what Spirit is already pushing in and saying is like, you don't need to do any kind of deep dive into where the cracks in your foundation are. You're very aware of them already. And use this period of retrograde. We have Pluto retrograde, we have Mercury retrograde happening right now. That's illuminating that. And really, when we think about how Mercury has just journeyed back into Taurus, Taurus is the foundation. It is our values, it is our security, but it's also our beauty. Okay, so just something to sit with and consider. All right. So hello to everyone who's joining live and who is catching the replay. So let's go ahead and come and just love exactly where we are today. And like I mentioned a little bit before, I've already called in, but I will invoke the guides, the masters, specifically our beloved Mother Mary. Ooh, she just dropped into my heart space. But calling in Mother Mary and her twin flame, Archangel Raphael. So if you are driving, I'm going to actually suggest that you hit pause, maybe come back later. If you're operating any kind of heavy machinery, you know, this is going to be available on replay. What you want to be able to do is really come into this transmission, come into yourself, into the present moment. Okay, so just dropping in, let's take a few deep breaths. And at this time, I would like to call in the angels, the guides, the ascended masters, the beings of light and unconditional love, particularly calling in the aquamarine ray of Mother Mary and the emerald green of Archangel Raphael. I ask that you be with me and all of us in our highest awareness as we show up and serve to do our sacred work. I ask that you wrap your wings of protection around myself and all of us, keeping us safe from negative energy, lower vibrations, and the ego, elevating us into compassion, devotion, and union. Please keep me in integrity, ensuring that this meditation, these messages channel through me and not be from me. And just nudge me should I need to articulate the difference. So just really feeling where your energy is right now. Trusting that whatever rises, wherever you're noticing it, is your truth, and that is okay. And so some examples of what I mean by where your energy is. Mother Mary is saying, for some of you, your energy feels very out front, very in the future. And that's okay. Let it be there for right now. We'll call it in. And for others, it might be that your energy is up in your head. Maybe you're wrapped up in thoughts and overthinking and worry and doubt. And that's okay. It's okay there. And for others, perhaps you are feeling extremely heavy right now. Feeling like it's hard. It's so hard to pick up your feet, to move, to find that motivation. And Archangel Raphael is beaming in, saying, beloved, if that is how you're feeling, feel it. And now an activation to call your energy into the heart, into the space, the source of unconditional love, where we give and receive in balance, where our needs are met, and we support the process of the collective healing. Kontare 𝐾𝐞𝐿𝐵 mutakantandia yeka horabakandia tu pundare ia a. Bondiaye kiayana atundara a mi undara kitaka arapakundari mundari taka rupapa anda a horabaka ayia iando tokoton barikitaka a mutakandiaye bara andora bakundare iama hurabakayana iya kundare ki ahuraba shutundare ki a mutakata iandiato undirikitaka a piayana atunkuda. And just notice how far your energy has come back to the heart. And if it's not all the way there yet, Mother Mary invites you to have grace for yourself. And for many of us, that grace right now comes by offering it to others. So who do you need to offer a little grace to? A little compassion? Who do you need to forgive? And just blessing them, thanking them for their part in catalyzing you and catalyzing the planet. And just forgiveness, compassion, letting it go, cutting the cord, breaking the chain of shame, of blame, of hate. and really feeling. Whew. Mataku takaya ni iya ko takatandia na kutaka shantia tukutura pakandia mukati ayana a hurrapaka e itaka a mutakatingi ayo nama akia taka a shuku takata aki a hurrabakangia mutakati tiki taka a hurrabaka a hurrabaramini dikti o ramaki bakatukutundareki. And so if you are feeling the presence of Archangel Michael and his beloved Archaic Faith, allow them into your awareness, allow them into your energetic field. They are here to cut the cords of blame and shame and judgment and doubt and fear and hatred. They are here to cut the cords that perpetuate cycles of violence and trauma. They are cutting them, they are slicing them. We no longer hold them in our vibration. And we do this work not just for ourselves and our children, but for our children's children. We do this work for the children of our neighbor, for the children of those in which we will never meet, we will never come into contact with, but we start to sever the cord that perpetuates that violence, that trauma, that hurt, that hatred. Severing it, letting it go, letting it dissolve, transmuting it by bringing it into the heart. Bringing it into the heart and allowing it to be transmuted, allowing it to be cleared with the vibration of unconditional love. No longer holding space for that which does not serve the ascension of the planet, that does not bring us into the new earth experience, that does not support union, that sacred divine harmonizing of the masculine and feminine, of what is light and what is dark, bringing it together, bringing it into the heart and allowing it to be dissolved and resolved with love. And this isn't passive aggressive love and light. This is fierce, holy, destructive and creative love, calling in Kali Ma. Kontun takatia takorapaka'i horamanakia takata ayana atutun darabaragit takaturabaka yaniya takaturapaka yandiare kurabaka mutakatia takata a urabaka ulamani iya taka tangya takatu urabaka shantia takaturabaki ataka huramakia hurnamani iya takata adiya And Kali Ma wants you to know that we are not destroying other, we are destroying the chain that keeps us separate, that keeps us apart, that holds another outside of us. And instead we invite the other in so that we can come together in love, in light, and we can be the change, we can embody the change, we can hold love for self and all, for the one heart. Matakutundarakia horabaka mutakiti ayana urama kondara ati calling in Yeshua, calling in his beloved Mary Magdalene. Hoyana maraki takatayana tu takada horabaki pa horamaniki takata ayana horamani iya taka shantia takutu. So give it a moment just to allow the vibrations to stir what will be stirred. Allowing the masters, the beings of light and love, the ancestors, our loved ones who have crossed over, allowing them in, allowing them to hold you, allowing them to work through you. And so once again, calling in those energies, allowing them to be present, being present with Mother Mary, being present with Archangel Raphael, with Archaic Faith, with Archangel Michael, with Kali Ma. Woo! Fierce love, fierce love coming in, holy, sacred love. And finally, Yeshua and the Magdalene, allowing them to be present, feeling them, knowing that you are them, that they are here with you today so that they can work with you and through you, supporting your process, supporting your rising into your divine mission and your soul's purpose. Woo. Grounding this. Bata kundareki. Kantara olama. Iya. Hoyana atakayana uta'a. Pundare iya. Yatakututa. Bundareki. Shatiatakatuta. Kuntari iya yama akuya pa ayana a. Tundara a. Ayaka. A holy reminder that what we put out, we receive. So what are you choosing to put out into the world today? I am choosing to have hope. I am choosing to put hope out into the world that things can and will be better and different. And that it just takes one small action, one small act of kindness to create a tsunami of love, a tsunami of hope out into the world. And I invite you, if called, to share. What will you choose? What will you push out into the world today and all days? So sitting with that, holding that. When you are ready, coming back. The masters have invited me, all of us, if you are feeling the call, to keep it open, to walk with them, to stay grounded and ascended simultaneously. They are one. It's not different. It's not, well, if I'm grounding, I'm coming back to earth. Coming back to earth is the ascension. Yes. So the more present we become, the more here for it that we are. The more, how do we want to phrase that? The more we open ourselves up to the true meaning of ascension, to be true agents of change, and to be true lighthouses here for it. Okay? So my loves, that is the activation. Do let me know how it resonates, how it sits for you. Stay in contact, stay in love. Whew. I am feeling so open right now, so ready to show up today to another day of being and sharing. So I invite you to do the same. I love you, and I hope you have a very present, very grounded, very loving day. And I will see you soon. Bye.